back to explain to you the thing that has been happening in Enugu State since 1999 with regards to the money that has been budgeted and money that has been collected from the Federal Republic of Nigeria on behalf of the state and have been looted. Today, I'm going to focus on two things. One, the money PDP and our former governors have budgeted. Second, the money that has been collected from the federal government for our local governments. Our information is from Federal Ministry of Finance and Enugu State House of Assembly Library. We are not quoting anybody, we are getting this from the source. This is not that what we are making up, it is what they have told us. They wrote it down, this is what we have. So we are going to focus on these 2 points. We are not going to touch other monies or the revenue that they get from the Paris refund, constituency projects, ecological funds, or other money they get from some international organizations. Those ones are there. Like the Paris refund this year is $142 million. That is at the exchange rate of $1 for 400 naira, you get 55 billion naira. Mind you, when they got this money, $1 was 500 naira. But we give them that 100 naira grace and say 55 billion naira. And if you go to our budget this year, which is 105 billion naira, you see that the Paris refund is already half of our budget. So in the real sense, our budget has been consistently divided into two. 50% for recurrent expenditure and 50% for capital projects. So if the governor decides to use this 55 billion for recurrent expenditure, we are expecting at least 105 billion naira worth of capital projects in Enugu this year. But I'm not going to talk about Paris refund. We are going to go into the budget and you see what has happened since 1999 till today, and you see how much they have budgeted. Since 1999, we have had budgets from PDP and it has totaled to 1.1 trillion. Now, from the budget, 50% of it has been allocated to recurrent expenditure, like paying salaries and other things, which is, if you divide 1.1 trillion by 2, you get 550 billion naira for capital projects in the state. With 550 billion naira capital projects that we got from the budget since 1999, we also have local government joint account that gave the governors access to the local government fund. So from there, from the information we got from the Federal Ministry of Finance, they have collected about 400 billion naira since 2003, and since then they have been managing it by themselves. Now, if you add 550 billion to 400 billion, you will get 950 billion naira capital expenditure from the main money that has come to the state since 1999. Now, we are going to break it down so that you people will actually understand what is happening. If you divide 950 billion into the 17 local governments we have in the state, you will get at least 56 billion naira for capital projects for every local government since 1999. If you want to do road alone with 56 billion naira at 100 million naira for 1 kilometer of road, you can do a single lane from Enugu to Lagos. That will give you, from Enugu to Lagos is 559 kilometers, and 56 billion naira will give you 560 kilometers of road. So 56 billion naira will do the road from Enugu to Lagos, and you will still have some change. What else can 56 billion do in a local government? With 10 billion, you can do 100 kilometers of road at 1 kilometer for 100 million. With 10 billion, you can do 2 first-class hospitals. With 5 billion, you can do 50 well-furnished schools. With 20 billion, you can do 4 good industries that will create thousands of jobs and also generate at least 200 million naira revenue every month for the state. With 5 billion, you can do 500 boreholes at 10 million each. And you can still have another 5 billion to do rural electrification. Add all of them together, you get 55 billion naira, and you still have 1 billion. Go around your local government and you tell me if you have seen all these things. If you have seen them, come back to me. If you have not seen them, you have to raise pertinent questions. This is our money. It is not their money. If they are sharing the money, they are stealing it. It is our money. We are not a charity. We are a government that should be providing for the people, not providing for the few. This is just for one local government. Let us now add it all for the whole state. If they have used the money very well, we should have by now at least 1,700 kilometers of road. We should have 34 first-class hospitals. We should have 850 well-furnished schools. We should have 68 industries. We should also have 8,500 boreholes and at least 85 billion naira worth of rural electrification projects scattered everywhere. And after this, we will still have the balance of 17 billion. So this is what we are talking about. If we have this in Enugu today, where do you think we will be? Now we don't have it. Where is our money? Where are the projects? And if they cannot answer all these questions, they have failed. If they cannot produce the money, they stole them. Forget about all this mismanagement, embezzlement, corruption. Say it plainly. They have stolen our money, and if they have stolen our money, they are thieves. And if they are thieves, they have no business being in government. So, today, I'm telling you, we must continue to ask questions. If they have no business being in government, we have to join hands together to get the right people to lead us. This is why I am telling you people to join Organiru Enugu State. Join the mega movement so that together we can make Enugu State great again. Organiru Enugu State. Thank you.